Yes guys, welcome to a quick Ableton video. We're going to be going through some workflow techniques. We've got a large amount of samples here. Let's just dive straight into this bulk and drill pack. So something you can do in Ableton is quickly sample instruments. So I'm just going to create a new MIDI track here, and I'm going to left click on this audio loop. You can see it's audio because it's got this waveform as its symbol, and I'm just going to drag this in to our instruments, and now we have the simpler which has been created because we've dragged a sample in. I'm just going to drag this arrow along just so that only the first note plays. So I've got my keyboard set up here. If you just enable this button in the top right, it's going to allow you to sample some notes using your keyboard, anything from the letters A to L, so the middle line of your keyboard. I'm going to double left click here to create a MIDI track on this fifth lane here, and now we have the piano roll in Ableton. So I'm just going to open this up. I'm just going to start drawing in these notes by double left clicking on every 1/3, and now if I loop this, we're going to have a sampled hi-hat. So that's a good start. We can also sample this kick drum, which we're going to do now by doing the same technique, creating a new MIDI track, dragging this in. I'm just going to draw in a basic 4 to the floor kick pattern. So that sounds good. Just move these notes along. Now we're going to get a snare. We can use a snare or a clap here. So we're just going to sample this clap. Again, just double left clicking on that audio will allow us to sample this, and now we have a clap. So just going to draw in our clap notes. And that's playing a bit late because if we zoom in here using option and scrolling in, or just pinching. Awesome. And now for a bass line, I'm going to show you guys the TB-303, which is a flagship synthesizer used for acid house. So we're just going to drag that in, and it's got a built-in sequencer, so it's going to generate a bass line for us pretty much instantly. Just going to let that load in. Here is the 303. There's a bunch of presets we can pick through and a bunch of patches, so let's just press play and see what happens. Okay. And that is the 303. There's a few macros here at the top, 6 tuning to accent that we can play around with. We can also click on these. And this synthesizer is available through Roland Cloud. I got the lifetime key for about 140 bucks. So. And very quickly you get a nice little groove. So thanks for listening guys, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Peace.